What it is, what it do, what it be, what's poppin'? It's your boy. We back with another video. You thought it couldn't be done, you thought it wouldn't happen, but if you did think it would happen, you wouldn't think it was gonna be this, because we back with a tier list. Tier list Wednesdays. You already know, we starting off with something spicy. We got a spicy topic here. Now, what topic is that? We got a gay person tier list. We got a gay person tier list. All right. Disclaimer that I wanted to throw out here. This channel, neither this channel nor do I have any problem with gay people. And not only that, but I support not only gay people, but all of those in the LGBTQIA plus community. Let people live their lives. Who gives a fuck who they want to fuck or who they want to be? Am I right? Am I right? Yeah, of course I'm right. So if you came here looking to goof on some gay people, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong place. Like, we might be doing a little goof in here. And some of these people aren't necessarily good people, but it's not because they're gay, it's because they're just bad people. So I just want to throw that out there. Like, we're making fun of some people here, maybe. I mean, who knows? We got Ellen up here. You know? So, let's get into it. Let's start it off. We got Ellen. F tier. So I'm just trying to figure out how to make these boxes square. Ellen is F tier. Now, why is Ellen F tier? Because she just got bad vibes. Also, wait, I'm going to fuck this up again, but I got to show you this. She kind of got like... There's something going on with like her nose. And she kind of got like little... like elf ears. Or like gnome ears. And that gives me bad vibes. And she's canceled and irrelevant. All right. All right, serious video. All right, next up, we got Y. Next up, we got Wide Neck. Yo, we got Wide Neck. Yo, solid A tier. What can I really say that hasn't been said already about Wide Neck? Kind of just like the epitome of A tier. Like, if you think of an A tier gay person, Wide Neck definitely epitomizes that. So all right serious video. Who we going with? Next up, we got Mal. Now, in my opinion, I was thinking about this earlier. Mal is kind of similar to Ellen because they're both like bad people and they're irrelevant. But I think think Mao edges out Ellen like a little bit, just because at least Mao, like, there's some people that still give a shit about it, even though he's dead. Um, but like, for example, when Ellen's dead, no one's gonna give a fuck. I'm sorry, Ellen, if you're watching, but it's true. Like, no one's gonna give a shit when Ellen dies. But I mean, unless she commits suicide, that would be, cut that out. But like Mao, Mao, like, people still give a shit. I mean, yeah, he's responsible for the deaths of like millions, maybe tens of millions, or maybe 100. It's like it's like 10 million, give or take, like one order of magnitude, um, roughly. That's He's responsible for the deaths of that many people, and like that's pretty cringe. But Ellen is more cringe, in my opinion. Like, this is something I think these two are kind of interchangeable between like bottom tier. Um, so yeah, that's it for Mao. I don't really want to talk about it because it kind of gets me emotional. So, um, next up we got Drake. Now, certified certified lover boy. I mean, everyone's already said it. It's a pretty shit album. Um, I was never a fan of Drake, but like, he had some good songs, right? And I think Certified Lover Boy, as his most recent album, is like, it's not as bad as I think people say, because people like to hate on Drake. The defenders are fucking retarded. So like, there's not a lot of really civil and like level-headed discourse around Drake's albums. So I think Certified Lover Boy, in terms of singles, like the bits and little pieces, if you pick it out of the album, I think it fares slightly better. But regardless, it wasn't a good album. Like, it's a much worse album in its some of the parts of the singles, is what I'm trying to say, in the individual songs. So for that, I think I'm giving Drake D tier. Also, he's insecure, and that's pretty cringe. Be secure about yourself, people. So it's not about the heart, by the way. The heart on his head is actually, I think, pretty cute. Um, I just thought this was a cute image, so that's why I decided to include it. All right, next up, we got OJ. We got OJ Simpson. Now, let me check if I'm recording. Yeah, I'm recording. Cool. We got OJ Simpson, and we're gonna do. You know how we do. We like to go crazy over here. We like to get a little bit wild, and so we're doing two at once because they're kind of similar. We got Casey Anthony. Both of these are people that were their trial happened for both of these people before it ever hit the actual trial court. These guys were, both of them were heavily, like, their crimes were heavily criticized in the media. Now, don't get me wrong, they both did it. They both committed murder. Like, but the thing about Casey Anthony is what's it called when someone kills their child? Like, it's not infanticide because it wasn't an infant, it was like a toddler, right? And like, patricide is when you kill your parents. I don't know what I mean, there is definitely a word for it, I just don't know it. But the thing is, she hit below her belt, whereas OJ, like, he's a big motherfucker, but like, double homicide, like, that's kind of hype. Like, like, okay, like, clearly terrible thing to do. I'm not endorsing double homicide, but like, if I was to choose between who I want to have a beer with someone who killed their child and someone who committed double homicide on his wife and her lover, like OJ ain't no simp. So, and the car chase was lit. So, for that reason, so they're both going in E tier because they're murderers, right? Because we don't endorse that over here. But I'd say OJ definitely has the edge. This tier list is ordered, by the way. I know a lot of pussies don't like to order their tier list, but this is like official shit. And I would even care to say that OJ is the top of E tier and Casey Anthony is the bottom. Oh, you can't see that probably. The bottom of E tier. Can you see that? Let me check. Oh, I can move a little bit more. Sorry. All right. All right, we're getting in there. We haven't got we got a few more coming. Next up we got fuck. Next up we got Jackson. Now, for those of you who don't know, Jackson's a good friend of mine. And he's cute. Look at him. His little flashlight. Ignore this part and that. But like, actually, can you see my mouse? I don't know. If I was pointing to the letters above him and then the thing to the left of him. But yeah, he's cute. He's a good friend of mine. We've been friends for a long time, and he is cute. So, but I don't want to let my bias take hold over here because my heart says to put him in S tier. Let me think. But my mind's telling me I think Jackson goes in A tier, right next to Wide Neck. And I think this is a very similar situation to the classic Mao and Ellen situation where they're kind of interchangeable. I could see the argument for either or. I am going to let my bias take hold and put Jackson above Wide Neck. Right here. And I'm actually going to leave some space because I'm about to put someone next, right above Jackson. Sorry, Jackson. I love you, bro. Oh, I wrote some notes about Jackson because I actually wrote notes for this video. Yes, I wrote down to call Jackson a cute little munchkin. Oh, and fun fact about Jackson. This is another thing I wrote down. Fun fact about Jackson. This is a deep cut. By the way, this photo is a deep cut. No one's ever seen this before. Most people this is a deep cut photo, never before seen of Jackson. This is you guys are really, this is exclusive content right here. I gotta admit, all these other photos I took from the internet, from Google Images, except for that one. That's one that I actually took myself. Anyway, fun fact about this guy. Zoom in a little bit so we can see how cute he is. Oh, look at him. Look at him. So yeah, see why I call him Munchkin? He's got the little Munchkin cheeks. Look at his. Oh, look at him. Anyway, fun fact about Jackson is actually his blood is an extremely potent aphrodisiac. And, I'm just going to throw this out there. This was not planned. But if this video gets 500,000 likes, I'm going to do a giveaway of Jackson's blood. a vial. Not enough to kill him or anything, but enough that I can, maybe get it while he's, sleeping or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, his blood is a very powerful aphrodisiac. And And if you know, like, if you know Jackson, you know this. It's like, but I just thought if you didn't know him, if you don't know anything about him, um, just like a little fun fact about him. And if you know, you know, because that shit is fucking strong, dude. Damn. Anyway, the reason I left a space here is because next up we got Sephiroth. Now, the thing about Sephiroth is actually really interesting. He has a very interesting place in the meta. He's a very long range character with high speed, and powerful damage, but his weakness is that he's very light and he dies easy, and his recovery is like okay. It's not terrible, but it's like not the best. It can be gimped. Um, Now in recent tournament, um, like okay, so he came out during quarantine, and initially he was seen, little history lesson for you guys. Initially he was seen as a pretty good character. Like he seemed really good, but he's very difficult because his frame data isn't fantastic. Like most of his strong moves come out in like 13 frames or more, right? Or like, and his fastest aerial is frame 10. And his aerials are good, right? But he doesn't really have good out of shield, and since his aerials are slow, it leaves him vulnerable to getting pressured by rushdown, and also projectiles. Um, so there's that, and then also like that's his main sort of weakness across the board. Like that's his intended weakness. But also he's difficult, and he's difficult online specifically. So he came out during the online era, and people expected Sephiroth to do maybe better, as people got more skilled with him and as they were able to act more precisely offline. And the thing is, we haven't really seen what we expected. Like there hasn't been that much Sephiroth in top play, and there's been some Sephiroth seen recently in the Smash World Tour and by players like Ned, but it hasn't been successful as I'm sure many of us were hoping, and that's why I'm going to put him in A tier. He's either the top of A tier or the bottom of S tier, and I still think he has room to grow, especially with Octaslash setups. I think people can be using Octaslash more aggressively, but yeah, so Sephiroth, he goes in A tier for now. If he's going anywhere, it's actually he might go down too. But like I think this is a somewhat optimistic placement. Putting him in the top of high tier there, or like maybe top tier, depending on how you want to classify it. He's like up there. He's a really good character. It's just he does have a lot of weaknesses that maybe the S tier characters might not have. And next up. Next up, we got Black. Now, this is Blackson. Now, for those of you who don't know, there's not. there isn't just one Jackson out there. There's a lot of Jacksons. And the multiverse is very complicated. I can't really get into it right now. Maybe in another video, if you guys want to see that, I'll get into the multiverse and kind of explain the situation that's going on there. But I just thought I'd kind of like give you a little taste, like a little teaser here about the multiverse. But this is Blackson. Okay, and Black. Fuck. Okay, the difference between Blackson and Jackson is like nothing except for that Blackson's black, and for that reason, I'm putting him in S tier. Not because he's black, but because of affirmative action. Gotta pay my respect. Also, having met them both, Blackson's just like a little bit cooler than Jackson. So, Blackson goes S tier for now. I'm sorry, Jackson. Didn't want it to come out like this if you are watching this video, but Blackson's kind of just got the edge, bro. I'm sorry, bro. Shit. Next up, we got Quetzalcoatlus. Now, Quetzalcoatlus is a member of the Azhdarchid. Is it the Azhdarchid genus? I think so. And for those who don't know, because it's kind of a specific thing to know about, the Azhdarchids are the kind of the group of the really big pterosaurs that lived, hundreds of millions of years ago. And Quetzalcoatlus is is the biggest one. There's a lot of theories about how Quetzalcoatlus uh, hunted and really acted, because there's really no analogs to this type of creature. Like, this shit was large, like really fucking big, like the size, like maybe bigger than a giraffe or about the same size as a giraffe. So there's really not many analogs of like flying carnivorous animals that are that big, or just flying animals that are that big, that we can really point to today and look at their behavior. So it's a pretty mysterious animal. I like the theory that it kind of, I mean, it could fly. I think recent studies have shown that it really could fly, even though maybe some people didn't think that they could anymore. But they definitely could fly. Um, but obviously that would take a lot of energy. But I like the theory that they kind of acted like storks, or cranes, and they kind of just like hung around and like walked around and like would like fucking like jab and stab or impale or whatever, and like grab small dinosaurs or mammals or whatever the fuck was like in the brush in the area around it. So it's kind of like the apex predator version of a stork, um, which I think is like pretty cool, and like there's nothing really like it. The reason I really like Quetzalcoatlus, just because it's such an interesting animal that we haven't got, like I said, we haven't really got many analogs to it. So I'm just rambling. I could talk about this shit all day, but it's got a big ass head, so I'm putting it in B tier for big ass head. Oh fuck, what happened? That's a shame. Whatever, it's fine. It's fine. Quetzalcoatlus is in B tier. Also, the origin of the name is it's named after Quetzalcoatl, which is either a Mayan or an Aztec god, like this flying god thing. I don't really fucking know, but it's named after a god, which is pretty badass. And then to wrap this up, this is the final one. I'm sorry. We got you. Don't think I was gonna forget about you. Because we all a little gay, at least sometimes. Um, and I think it's good to accept that. I think it's about time that we accepted that. Sexuality is fluid, and it doesn't have to be the same thing at all times, and it doesn't really have to be, um, doesn't have to fit into a particular mold, right? Like, you are who you are, and you don't really need a label on it. Like, if you find someone attractive and want to have sex with them or whatever, go fucking do it, bro. Well, I'm using bro as a gender neutral term here. I think bro and dude, hot uh hot take here, but I think they should be gender neutral. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is you're probably a little gay, so we're gonna rank you. And where we put you, it's kind of lagging a little bit again. I'm sorry. I apologize for the production inconsistencies here. You go in S tier. You're not better than Blackson, but you're better than Jackson. I mean, and look at that. Look at the people you're beating here. You beating Quetzalcoatlus. You beating Wide Neck. You beating Sephiroth. You're S tier. You're top tier. Just gotta be yourself. Don't worry about anyone else. And I'm gonna throw this in here. New tradition. New tradition alert. Wee you, wee you, wee you, wee you, wee you. New tradition alert. Every time I do a tier list Wednesday, At the end, I'm gonna recommend a song that you may or may not have heard of. So this time, I'm recommending "Fight Test" by the Flaming Lips. By the Flaming Lips. It's a pretty good song. Recommend it. Go check it out. And yeah, that's all I got for you today. I hope you liked the video. Like I said before, nothing against gay people. They cool as shit. We all kind of gay. Wait. Fuck, dude. Don't tell me you couldn't see S tier this whole time. Fuck. Well, I don't have time to record another take. I'll show you guys the S tier. That's really tragic. I thought I had this whole all figured out. But really, I'm just a fool. Can you see that? If I go like, oh, fuck. Wait. I'll figure it out. That's the wrong one. Be like 450. Nope. 400. Nope. 300. There we go. Now you can see it. I'm sorry, gang. You know how we do. Hey, I'm new here. I haven't figured everything out. I'm still working on it. So give me a break. But now you can't see. There we go. If you want to screenshot this, send it to your friends. I know it's a pretty influential tier list. You can't really see what it. Can I do text on this? Yeah. I shouldn't do this. That's the gay tier list. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll be back making more content. I ain't done here. I ain't done yet. Maybe if you like this video, leave a comment. Maybe ask or give your suggestions on what you want to see next on this channel. I'm really down to do anything. I'll do anything here. So fuck, I'm just looking at fucking White Neck. He makes me all red. All right. Yeah, I'll see you guys. I hope you're having a great day. For real. I know things have kind of been a struggle lately, with all the situation, but hopefully things get better. Hopefully people get smarter. And I hope you have a good day, and your days keep getting better. All right, peace out. What it is, what it does, what it do. I'm out, guys. See you tomorrow, maybe. Who knows? Peace.